30 years ago, just like today, politics in late September was a big deal. The country was about to elect an Illinois governor and a Chicago mayor. Campaigns made news almost daily.
Until a bigger story began leading newscasts and causing widespread panic. The Tylenol murders. Someone put poison in the popular painkiller and killed people randomly.
CBS 2 investigator Dorothy Tucker digs into the CBS 2 vault to show you how one of the country's most infamous unsolved cases began and how reporters covered it before the days of the internet and social media.
WBBM Television, Chicago.
Nearly 11 million people are out of work, and I share their suffering and frustration.
I like being your governor, and I want to be your governor again.
I live for no other purpose than to serve Illinois and to serve the Democratic Party.
September 29, 1982. Local, state, and national politicians dominate Chicago news.
Back in 1982, I was the Illinois Attorney General.
On the evening of the 29th, Ty Fainer was also campaigning.
I was out at Pheasant Run.
At a fundraiser when he got the shocking news that would shift his focus from politics to poisonings.
By probably about 8, 9 o'clock at night.
2 suburban communities. 3 members of one family and a 12-year-old girl from another were dead or near death.
The biggest thing that we need to do.
And I said, well, get the team together. The Illinois State Police, Sheriff's Association, local law enforcement, and had, I think, probably 20, 25 people get together in a meeting the very next morning.
That next morning, on September 30th, Ed Marshall was working.
I was here on the assignment desk.
His job, compiling a list of the day's news stories.
There was some sort of bulletin from one of the authorities that there was going to be a press conference about a series of poisoning deaths.
That got his attention.
That was an instant trigger to tell us that something big was going on.
It was huge. The medical examiner's office delivered the deadly details.
We have definitely confirmed the presence of cyanide in 2 containers of extra-strength Tylenol.
Who did it? How? Why?
The tips started coming into the Attorney General's office.
But on that day, the first call was to the makers of Tylenol.
We called them, and they pulled everything off the shelves. They called the Walgreens, all the stores where their product was distributed. They got it off the shelves.
When Fainer finally faced the press.
And then we're going to turn to finding that madman or the madmen who are responsible for this very, very sick behavior.
And in the newsroom.
Well, in the newsroom then, everything stopped, and all we did was focus on this one story.
And back then, there was no Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, Instagram.
We didn't have the benefit of the internet then.
Jackie, can you hear me?
And all we had were old-fashioned phones. The assignment desk had half a dozen phones. It was like being in a boiler room. The phones were constantly ringing. You had reporters calling in, you had photographers calling in, you had law enforcement calling in.
Everyone had one goal: warn the public.
Cyanide-contaminated Tylenol has been responsible for 3 deaths. Not take Tylenol until further notice.
This product may be contaminated with cyanide and should be destroyed.
I remember they're going to CHA buildings.
Tinta Strasberg covered the murders for the Chicago Defender.
People were afraid in the community.
We're here to see if you have any Tylenol capsules. You don't have any? No Tylenol at all?
They were calling the Defender, asking what should we do, and it was just terrible.
Destroy the medicine. Do not leave it around the home.
It got worse. The following day, October 1st, new reports.
The circle of cyanide poisonings now makes a 40-mile arc around the city of Chicago, touching 7 west suburban communities.
It appears she had collapsed into her closet.
Police discovered the 7th body.
I recall that the police had called me.
Channel 2's John Drummond was one of the lead reporters on the Tylenol murders.
He said, we've located a woman who was a Tylenol victim with cyanide.
This death was in Chicago, Old Town.
He said, she's in the apartment right now. I was at the station. I went over immediately with the crew.
It was a United flight attendant.
This affected literally everybody. People were scared.
Paralyzed by fear.
Where'd you get these things at?
People in the Chicago area continue to bring bottles of the Tylenol into local police stations.
I think what bothers me more than just this incident is if it can happen with this, what else can it happen? That's the part that really gives you the creeps.
Today, Tylenol bottles filled with capsules, tablets, and liquid were coming in by the thousands to the basement of the Daly Center, where Department of Health workers were logging and sorting them for testing.
Somebody's crazy. Has to be.
The public desperately wanted answers, but 5 days into the tragedy, frustrated investigators had few.
When someone gets killed, usually there's an intent to kill that person or someone like that person. Here, it was totally random. Put the deadly poison in commerce and see who drops as a result. And that was frightening. It was very, very frightening.
Dorothy Tucker, CBS 2 Investigators.
Fascinating look back.
Absolutely.
Tomorrow night at 10, CBS 2 investigator Dave Savini continues our coverage of the Tylenol murders with an in-depth look at how some loved ones are coping 4 decades later. One family opens up about how the crime has impacted 3 generations.
You can dive more into the investigations and interviews with people who remember the case in a special section we created on our website, cbschicago.com/painkiller. You can also watch a preview of our multi-part docuseries Painkiller coming out later this fall.